We're going to talk about talent attraction to Luxembourg and why that is such an economically important issue for the country. We talk a lot about competitiveness, innovation and economic growth on this show, and ultimately all of that rests on people. Luxembourg is truly a global talent spotting nation, and it's in a global race for talent. And this week marks a significant moment. We had the launch of Work in Luxembourg, which is a new national portal designed to simplify how international talents discover, choose and settle in the Grand Duchy. And alongside that, another new national branding digital one-stop platform and physical talent desk is now in force. Luxembourg is sending a clear message. Talent attraction, integration and retention are now strategic priorities for the country's future. And to talk us through the thinking about this, the urgency and what it means for companies and individuals, I'm joined by Muriel Morbé, who is the Director of Talents and Skills at the Luxembourg Chambre of Commerce. So I'm really delighted to have you here, Muriel, because there's an awful lot of information to get through. And in fact, it's taken a number of months, not even years, I would say, to think about the strategic development.
Yes, thank you very much for having me here.
So let's dig right into it. Why now? Why is talent attraction such a strategic national issue for Luxembourg?
Well, it is. We are in a situation. We need the people here to work, and we discuss with a lot of companies, and I think labor shortages is now one of their biggest concerns in the times that are changing. Situations are changing. We are in Luxembourg since a very long time, very, very dependent on foreign workers. We are working with cross-border workers, a lot of, I think, half of our workforce, so more than 2,500 people coming every day into Luxembourg in order to work here.
So just to underline that, I mean, I think a lot of people are aware, whoever listens to this show, we have the cross-border frontalier workers coming in from 3 different countries, from Belgium, France and Germany. I actually don't know which country provides the most workers.
It's always France. So we have a workforce of more than 490,000 people here in Luxembourg, and 47% of them are cross-border workers, and 55% of them are coming from France, and then is Germany and Belgium.
And so, I mean, I've got some statistics here. About 75% of Luxembourg's workforce is international.
Yes.
And so also there's a decline in the cross-border workers.
Yes, I think that with the situation now with the Home Office, people wanting more Home Office with the regulations that we have, people looking more and more for the work-life balance, and we have getting to the work here in Luxembourg every morning is not that easy with the traffic. And so these are all issues that have an impact on also cross-border workers not wanting to come to Luxembourg at all price at any time.
Yeah, we have to underline that. I mean, even I get stuck in very bad traffic in the mornings coming here,
yes,
for example, and I'm lucky I live in the country, but you're right, for people who have families, they're spending hours per day in a car because the trains are not set up yet. Maybe there is, not all trains, depending on where one lives, etc. It's not set up perfectly for everybody.
It's a situation that changed with COVID, where people have been blocked at home, where people also noticed, I can work from home. Maybe the values changed a bit more, work-life balance. It's an issue for all the companies.
The companies also changed. The companies allowed it to be possible.
Of course.
And so there was a change on both sides. But that means that now, even more importantly for Luxembourg, you're looking beyond those 3 countries, really to an international workforce to develop the country's economic model. And that is important, as you say, and I think you have some figures about how many we might need by 2030.
Yeah, there are some figures. Well, as I said, the workforce of 490,000 people working actually, but by 2040 we need 645,000 workers here in our company in order to assure the growth on that we count in order on our retirement system, the social security system. So there are a lot of recruitment to be made. Over 330,000 people that has to be recruited until 2040. A lot of people, the baby boomers, now going to retirement. There is a figure of 180,000 that will go into retirement, and then new jobs that have to be created. There's the number of 155,000. So that's a lot. And indeed, the cross-border, it is a fact that there are less people coming from our three neighbor countries. So we have to put up an ambitious strategy in order to attract people from other European countries and from countries also
Beyond. There's definitely people here from all parts of the world, that's for sure. And you've given us a little flavour there of the reshaping of the labour market because of the changing demographics. There is also global competition and there's digitalisation. So the digitalisation means that actually many companies, and we saw it again this week, one very large company which has a very large base in Luxembourg is laying off many thousands of jobs around the world. So digitalisation is changing the nature of jobs. We'll come to that in a moment when it comes to the upskilling. But there's global competition. So on a global competitive level, what has Luxembourg got to offer?
Yes, we are not the only company needing to attract workforce, and there are very attractive countries as Switzerland, Ireland, Netherlands, and we are competing with these companies. So what has Luxembourg to offer? Well, we have the security, safety. I think we are a very family-friendly people, very attractive country for someone who's coming with its family here, with the education that we have. We have a dynamic economy. We have the diversity. I think it's really a strong point. We have 4 languages, 3 national languages, but we speak all English here. You have a very diverse populations. As you said it, more than 74 peoples in the workforce are not national, so stability in our government. So these are all points for our employer branding and national branding in order to attract people, and we have to work on that in order to make that more visible for the people that are ready, and there are many people that are ready to move to a foreign country for their job in order to improve quality of life or for many other reasons.
And then one of your main roles is really thinking about the talents that are required in this country. And Luxembourg, not being an enormous country, has very clear pillars that it wants to support. And there are some areas where there are acute talent shortages. So could you tell us a little bit about what sectors where there really is missing talent?
Well, we always hear about the health sector. Of course, defense is a sector that is developing. The financial sector here in Luxembourg still is an important sector and needs to attract the right talents in order to continue to grow. Then ICT technologies with all the changes that are coming to our company. So these are 4 big sectors, and there are many others. So I think we regularly at the Chamber of Commerce are speaking with our members about, and more than 55% of the company leaders say that the labor shortage is one of their main issues. So they need to attract people, to find the right people here in Luxembourg, cross-border and beyond.
And with the companies that you are talking to, and you have, actually, I must say, and we'll come to this again, but one of the wonderful things about the Chamber of Commerce and many of the institutions here in Luxembourg is that you can literally go in to the building and talk to a human being, which is a lovely, lovely thing in whatever language you happen to be speaking, many of them anyway.